Welcome you back here to Wolf Field in Caldwell, Idaho. Today is the last homestand, or the last home game of this homestand for the Sockeyes, taking on the Treasure Valley Tribe for the third time this season. Hope you guys all had a good 4th of July and you're ready for some baseball. Standing on the mound for the Sockeyes today, Nate Galusha, wearing number 17. Galusha coming in here, this will be his third time pitching in this homestand. Looking to come in here and shut down the Tribe. Give you a quick summary of the rest of the field while Galusha gets warm. Behind the dish is Hadley Smith. First base, Grady Daniels. Second base, Lance Anderson. Holding it down at shortstop, Ethan He. Third base, Grant Carey. Out in left field, Ryder Cutlip. At center field is Carter Walsh, and right field, Seth Ryberg.
At second base, attending Columbia Basin Community College, number 3, Lance Anderson. At first base,
so here we go, that first batter of the game coming up to the plate here to face off against Nate Galusha.
Behind the plate, attending Cochise College, number 19, Hadley Smith. And on the mound,
Sockeyes coming into this game with a 13-game winning streak, looking to get their 14th in a row. First pitch that time from Galusha is high and outside. Next delivery finds the strike zone. 1-1 is going to be the count. Taking a look at Galusha's pitching stats, he joined the team a little bit later, but he's still thrown 19 innings total, as he throws ball 2 that time. Galusha attended Northwest Nazarene University in Nampa, Idaho last year. Be transferring over to Kansas Wesleyan for his next season of collegiate baseball. Awaiting the delivery here, 2-2. Kicks and throws. That one hit right past the second baseman. Anderson can't get a glove on it, so it's going to be a leadoff knock for the Tribe. Able to create somewhat of a ground ball that time, but unable to put a glove on it. So stepping in this time is Grant Rupp. Rupp watches that first one go by him for a ball. So runner on first now here for Galusha in the early inning. Throws that one in there. Hit right back up to him. Chance to turn 2. Over to He at short, and then over to Daniels for the double play. Nate Galusha does not want people on base. Gets the double play that time. Weak ground ball hit up right to him. Turns it over. Ethan He covers second, tags it, and throws it over to Daniels at first for the double play. Sockeyes doing a good job to limit damage that time. Had a runner on first, but he's going to have to go sit down. Nice play from the pitcher. Leaves that one low. Galusha showing off that glove that time. He's also an infielder when he's not on the mound. You can find him anywhere from third, second, or short. And if he needs to, he can fill in the outfield. So 1-1 the count after that foul ball. That one grounded over to third base, but it's going to be fouled off. So 1-2 is the count now. Sockeyes with a chance to get a quick inning here. Give those bats a chance to get warm. Galusha steps back on the mound, facing off against Rupp. Winds and throws. That one misses low in the dirt. So the count is even up at 2-2 now, with 2 outs awaiting the throw from Galusha. Kicks and throws that one. Swung on, bounced foul off the ground. So we'll rewind that one and try it one more time. time taken from the batter. There's a loose baseball coming out of that Sockeyes dugout. Here we go. The wind, the throw. Hit right back up the middle. Ethan He able to put a glove on it, but can't cleanly transfer it over to his throwing arm. So he's going to reach first that time on what appears to be an infield single from Rupp.
That's not a single, it's an error. He would have had it. Now batting, left fielder, number 6, Kevin Brecky.
So Kevin Brecky in at the dish this time for the Tribe. He's got one guy on base. Two guys down still. 1-0 the count. That one grounded over. He with a chance to redeem himself. Throws it over to first. Daniels can't scoop that one up, so it's going to be another error from Ethan He. Just like that. Runners on third and first now. Tribe with a chance to put up a run or two here.
Now batting, second baseman, number 1, Jeff Nelson.
First offering swung on, lifted towards center field. Shallow, going to drop in front of Carter Walsh. Can't make the play. So the Tribe are going to get on the board here in the top of the first inning. Nice piece of hitting that time from Brecky. Drops it right there in between the left fielder and the center fielder in shallow left center. First run comes across the board, and it's credited to the Treasure Valley Tribe. So the Sockeyes find themselves in a 1-0 hole here early.
Now batting, third baseman, number 16, Sean Powers.
And now it's a guy on second and third here. Galusha still trying to get that third out. Checked his swing that time, so it's ball 1. Here we go. Winds and throws. Catches the bottom of the strike zone. So 1-1 is the count now for the pitcher, Galusha. Facing off against Nelson. Two guys in scoring position for the Tribe. That one nearly squeezes by Smith, but he's able to keep that one in front of him. No run going to be scored on that pass ball. And Hadley Smith, a brick wall behind the plate. Big frame, and he does a good job to keep balls in front of him. To tag along with a huge arm behind the plate. That one struck well and going to get past Daniels. Guy rounding third scores 2 on that base hit from Nelson. So the Tribe came in this game swinging. They've already scored 3 runs so far.
Now batting, first baseman, number 23, Caden.
Sockeyes scratching their heads here as they face a 3-0 deficit. Still trying to get this last out. Galusha makes him check his swing, but that one's outside for a ball. That one grounded up the middle. He throws it over to first, and that time able to make the play. So the Sockeyes get their third out that time, but not before the Tribe are able to tack on 3 runs that inning. We'll be back in the bottom of the first to see if the Sockeyes bats have anything to say about this deficit.
One drive left on. Northwest Nazarene University.
Here in the bottom of the first inning, the Sockeyes trying to cut into this deficit that they got themselves into early. Leading off for the Sockeyes, the center fielder, Carter Walsh, takes strike one in the bottom left corner of the zone. So in on the mound for the Tribe, Powers. Throws that one in the dirt. Sockeyes yet to face off against him. See how they take care of business. Sockeyes have played the Tribe twice, and in both of those outings, the Sockeyes came out on top, and it was in large part to the hitting performance from the Sockeyes offense, as Walsh watches that one go in for a strike. Sockeyes, as a team, collected 18 hits in their 2 wins, so no shortage of offense helping them to get those wins. That one driven well over to third, bounces off of his glove. Shortstop with a chance to make the play, but he can't. Carter Walsh in there for a single through the infield. So Walsh's speed able to get him in there. One of the fastest, if not the fastest guy on the Sockeyes. Now standing at first base. Definitely could see Coach Price trying to get him moving on the bases. In now is number 18, Seth Ryberg. Ryberg attends Point Loma Nazarene University in beautiful San Diego, California. As he watches strike one catch the inside corner of the zone. Powers, the 0-1. There's that movement from Walsh. Wild throw from the catcher is not going to get him, so Carter Walsh showing off the wheels that time. So now it's one guy in scoring position. Mound visit here from the Tribe. So taking a look at some numbers from Ryberg this season. He's batting .280 on the season. He's got one of the best averages on the Sockeyes roster. Comes in with a huge bat on his shoulders. Any chance he can turn on a ball, he's going to drive it really well to right field. He favors the pull, and that's how he gets a lot of balls to bounce off the wall. Still hasn't gotten one out yet. That one driven to center field weakly. Walsh is going to tag up, and he's in there safely at third base, so Ryberg is going to be retired with a fly ball, but he sacrifices Walsh as he's able to get over there to third base. So a productive out nonetheless from Ryberg.
Now batting, attending Utah Tech University, shortstop number 22, Ethan He.
So here comes Ethan He stepping in the box. Ethan He hasn't seen a ton of action lately in these past few games, so it's good to see him back in the lineup. Powers delivers the clean count. That time fouled off from Ethan He. So the Sockeyes 90 feet away from getting their first run on the board. Pretty large deficit, something that the Sockeyes are not really accustomed to in these games against the Competitors League teams. The Competitors League teams being the Tribe, as playing today, the Bluebirds, and the Idaho Potatoes. So 1-1 the count now. Facing off against Ethan He, that pitch. He checked his swing, leaves that one high for ball 2. 2-1 the count. 3-0 the deficit for the Sockeyes. looking to do their best to get a run or two here to try and cut their lead down. Ethan He in the box trying to get a knock here to send Walsh home. Nice take that time to leave that ball high in the zone. 3-1 hitters count now when Ethan He steps back in the box. The wind, the throw from Powers. That one in the dirt. Catcher able to keep it in front of him, but Ethan He trots over to first base. So it's 2 guys on now for the Sockeyes. Runners on the corners. And coming in the box now at the 3-hole, or at the cleanup spot, is Ryder Cutlip.
Number 20, Ryder Cutlip.
Cutlip committed to Gonzaga University. He'll graduate from Owyhee High School. He's a class of 24 grad. So that one left low. But Ethan He able to take second base with ease that time. Coach Price taking advantage of the situation that time. If he threw him down, more than likely Walsh is going to be in there easily to score a run. So it's 2 guys now, both in scoring position. For the lefty, Cutlip takes that pitch, leaves it outside. So it's 2-0 now, the count. The tying run at the plate. Powers winds and throws that one. Lifted really well to right field. Nobody's able to put a glove on that one. Center fielder giving chase, but nothing doing. 2 RBI double from Ryder Cutlip. That's one way to do it. Cutlip taking his first hack of the game. Gets 2 RBIs and a stand-up double. Nothing new from Cutlip. He's been productive all season for the Sockeyes, keeping that production going. 1 guy down. Cutlip contributing 2 RBIs that time. And now with a guy on second base, the catcher batting at the 5-hole, Hadley Smith, wearing number 19. Smith awaits the first offering from Powers. He'll kick and throw this time. Checks his swing, that one high. Powers trying to pull those balls down. He's missed a few up high in the zone. See if he can get control of that. The 1-0 offering on its way. Smith leaves that one high as well. So 5 balls left high in the zone for Powers. Doing his best to regain control. He's down 2-0 in this count, similar to the last batter. That one fouled straight up into right field, but nobody's going to be able to make a play on that one. The count is now 2-1 to Hadley Smith. Smith attending Cochise College for his first year of collegiate baseball this next spring. Awaiting the 2-1 pitch. Hits that one over to shortstop. Fields it cleanly. The throw over to first in time. So a ground out that time from Smith to make it 2 outs in the inning. So with the runner on second base, now coming into the dish, attending Utah Tech University, Grady Daniels. Daniels playing first base. He's committed to Utah Tech. He still has 1 more year of high school eligibility. He's going to play his senior season at Skyview High School in Nampa, Idaho. As he watches ball 1 go by. Daniels keen at drawing walks. Something to keep your eye on to see if he can draw one here. Despite his 6'4" frame, pitchers have a hard time locating strikes to him. That one, no trouble down the middle for strike one. So Daniel's junior season at Skyview was a good one. Helped lead the Skyview Hawks team all the way to the state championship where they fell just short. Tacking onto that, he won 4A Southern Idaho Conference Player of the Year. He was electric all year for the Hawks, keeping his batting average well above 400 for the duration of the season. That one flared over to left field, but the left fielder able to put a glove on it. So the Sockeyes strand one guy on second, but Cutlip doing a good job to score 2 RBIs. The game is now 3-2, still in favor of the Tribe. We'll be back in the top of the second inning with more action here from Wolf Field after our message from our sponsors. Back in action here after that short break. Top of the second inning. The Tribe leading it off is going to be the catcher, Zach Conley. Conley taking his first hacks. Galusha still the pitcher on the mound for the Sockeyes. First pitch is outside for a ball. Here it comes quickly in there for ball 2. So 2-0 the count pretty quickly. That time Galusha's going to step off and regather himself. Here it comes the 2-0. That one grounded over to shortstop. He able to put a glove on it. One hops it in there for an out over to Daniels at first base. So he had a handful of errors in that first inning, but able to get the out that time. He also retired the side with the third out in the last inning.
Now batting, right fielder, number 12, Devin.
So it's Devin Downey, excuse me, now at the dish for the Tribe. Galusha already able to get his first out, creating some weak contact. Taking a look at his numbers when he's on the bump, he's got a record of 2-0. I talked about how he's pitched a total of 19 innings, so a really common sight to see him on the mound for the Sockeyes. That one gets away from Smith, so it quickly becomes a 2-1 count. Galusha working with 18 strikeouts on the season, so able to punch out plenty of batters as we've just crossed the halfway mark of the Sockeyes season. Galusha winds and throws this one outside, fills the count up 3-2. Coach Wolf has a lot of trust in Galusha up on the mound. Here comes the payoff, swung and just fouls that one off, able to stay alive. Galusha, in his last outing, pitched 3 innings, 6 strikeouts, and no runs allowed. Let up 3 runs in the top of the first inning, but looking to keep that run total at 3. Payoff pitch hit right back up to him, but he just missed it with his glove. So a base hit that time. Credited to Downey, the 9-hole hitter. So the lineup flips over for the Tribe. Now in is Aiden Harrington.
The shortstop, number 3, Aiden Harrington.
Harrington playing shortstop for the Tribe. He's had a pretty busy day over there. Fair share of balls hit to him. That pitch is outside from Galusha. So a runner on first. The count is 1-0. See if the Sockeyes can't roll another double play. They were able to get one in the first inning to get the first 2 outs. I'm sure coaching staff and the Sockeyes team would love to see another one here. Swing and a miss. Nice stuff from Galusha that time. So 1-2 is the count. He's got a lead here to the third batter of the inning. Winds and throws. That one hit over to short. Chance to roll 2, but he elects to throw it over to first. Another errant throw from the shortstop. Daniels was unable to pick that one. So the Sockeyes struggling to get outs as that one is extended into a 2-bagger. Runner on second and third now. Galusha giving his infielders a chance to make plays, but they just haven't quite been able to finish them.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 10, Grant Rupp.
The Sockeyes already have 3 errors here in just 1.1 innings. That one hit right back to Galusha. He's going to look at the guy at third to keep him from advancing. Gets the out over there at first. So Galusha really getting a chance to flash his fielding glove. He's had 2 balls hit back to him, turned one into a double play. Gets the easy out at first base. Does a good job to look off the guy at third to stop him from sneaking home.
Now batting center fielder, number 44, Davis.
So now it's Mosey playing center field in at the dish for the Tribe. Still has 2 guys in scoring position. Good chance to add a few runs to the total here for the Tribe. That one fouled off down the third base line. 0-1 is the count now after that first pitch. Kicks and throws that one. Hit well past the third baseman. Carey can't put a glove on it, but he's going to stay in there at third. So an RBI single from Mosey extends that lead to 4-2 for the Tribe.
Now batting left fielder, number 6.
So in here now is number 6, Kevin Brecky. Smith, the catcher, making sure that he's on the same page with Galusha on the mound. First pitch of the at-bat swung on. Trying to throw him out at second. He stole second base cleanly, and Smith's errant throw allows him to advance from third to home. So an unearned run that time makes it a 5-2 ball game in favor of the Treasure Valley Tribe. Smith has the arm to make that play when a guy runs from first to second, but that time probably best to eat it and let him advance in hopes that you're able to get the third out of the inning. So it looks like they called him out at second base. They say that they were able to apply the tag. I assume it was at second base, so I'm going to eat crow on that one. The Sockeyes are able to get out of that inning on kind of a little bit of a mysterious play that time. We'll be back here still deciding whether that run was scored or not. We'll be back here with more action. So here in the bottom of the second inning, just to clarify what happened on that last play, he was able to steal second base, but he was pulled off the bag. So here in the bottom of the second inning, leading it off, is Grant Carey. Sockeyes allowed 2 runs that time. Trying to get some run support or get some runs back here. 3-run deficit. Now it's 0-2 to Carey. Carey playing third base today for the Sockeyes. Here it comes from Powers. So 3 balls in the count. 3-0. Facing off against a third baseman, Grant Carey. And he throws that one right down the middle, just trying to find that strike zone. So 3-1 now. That one in there for a strike. Carey thought he was going to get to take a base. Okay, just to further clarify, on that last play, they called catcher's interference. So that run from the Tribe did not count. So it's a 4-2 ball game. A lot of confusion up here in the box. I apologize for that. So full count here to Carey. And that one driven well over to left field. Left fielder giving chase, able to put his glove on. That time is Brecky able to get the out. So a loud out that time from Grant Carey. Sockeyes unable to get on base with the leadoff man.
Ruff was the tapper back to the pitcher. He was out number 2. Brecky is out on the catcher's interference. He's the third out. Now batting, attending Northwest.
So stepping in the box now after that
25.
Out from Grant Carey is number 25, Kyler Saunders. Saunders attending Northwest Nazarene University. Waits that pitch from Powers. It's outside of the plate. So ball one. Saunders, the DH today for the Sockeyes. Swings on that one, lifts it foul. So 1-1 will be the count when he steps back in the box.
What was Carey's count?
Carey had a full count.
Winds and throws this time. Saunders fouls that one. Pops it up, in play. And the play is made that time for the second out of the inning.
What was his count? It was right here.
This count here was
Let me see how he
one
is.
ball, one strike. And then it popped out.
We know we're trying to fix this.
Attending Columbia Vision.
Oh.
I know.
So in here,
I don't know.
stepping in the 9-hole spot is Lance Anderson. Anderson quickly
Put it, let's see
fouls
how
that
that's
one off.
Saunders popped out at the second base.
So Anderson playing second base
We know.
I'm waiting till the 80 to mess with it.
here for the Sockeyes. That one fouled straight back.
I think I should be able to fix
Anderson, yet to see any action over there at second base. Quickly down 0-2 in the count. Sockeyes already with 2 outs here. The 2-run deficit still staring at him. Anderson takes that one. It's low and in the dirt.
So I think I got it.
Well, so it's 4-2 though.
I know. I gotta take that run. I gotta figure out that run.
So Powers
See if I can get it.
steps off the mound, trying to get his 3rd out of the inning.
Go back.
Pitch on its way to Anderson. Fouled off again, so Anderson doing a good job of staying alive, fouling that one straight back.
Turn it
Go
fans.
to outcome.
Don't let me change it. I'm glad that I erased everything, huh?
The pitch and the throw. That one hit just over the second baseman's head. Nice piece of hitting that time from Anderson. That one drops right in front of the right fielder and right over the head of the second baseman. So it's a base knock with 2 outs. The Sockeyes trying to get something going maybe here with 2 outs. The lineup flips over, so in here for the second time is the center fielder, Carter Walsh. Anderson over there at first after that base hit. They're going to check on
I
him.
want to take the run.
Close play, but they say he was in there in time.
Okay, I'll have to go and look at the help thing again.
Walsh waiting for that first pitch of the count. That one inside, but catches the edge of the black, so it's strike 1. Walsh was able to reach first base on an infield single in his first at-bat. Trying to do something similar here. Leaves that one outside, so even up the count 1-1. Carter Walsh, one of the best batting averages on the Sockeyes roster. He's batting .312 this year. Very consistent bat for the Sockeyes. He's a single machine. See if he can get that bat off his shoulder here. That one lifted high into right field. Downey giving chase and puts the squeeze on it, so Anderson will be left stranded at first base. Sockeyes unable to get any production offensively that inning. The deficit will still remain 4-2. Be back in the top of the 3rd inning, where the Tribe's bats will come back up. So here in the top of the third inning, Tribe leading it off, still facing Galusha on the mound. That pitch is outside and in the dirt.
So I've got
Hadley Smith able to scoop that one up.
Ricky was up, Ricky's on base. Up to that side.
So a weird end to the top of the second. That one lifted straight back into center field. Walsh, no trouble that time, able to put the glove on it for the first out of the inning.
Keep track of that.
Now batting, second baseman number 1, Jeff Nelson.
So Jeff Nelson stepping in at the dish for the Tribe
Randy was on third.
for his second appearance. That one
Out.
just misses the top corner of the strike zone, so it's in there for ball one. Galusha trying to get that tempo up. That one in there for a strike. Works best when he's able to deliver his pitch sequence quickly to these batters.
I got Conley and down. I got Harrington.
Big windup, that one outside for ball two. 2-1 is going to be the count now.
Okay.
Sockeyes staring at a 4-2 deficit
I got him at third and I got Mike
after they were unable to score in that last inning. That one swung on and missed. Nice pitch from Galusha.
All right, now first and third. Okay, and then Frankie came up, right?
Galusha looking to get his second out of the inning. That one in the dirt evens the count, or excuse me, fills the count up at 3-2.
To make it 4.
Galusha
Okay.
looking to get the Sockeyes out of this inning, hopefully with no runs scored.
Okay.
Winds and throws, and that one's in the dirt. The payoff pitch ends in a walk for the Tribe. Nelson trots over there to first base. So a combination of fielding errors from the Sockeyes and a good pieces of hitting from the Tribe. Able to score 4 runs so far
Okay, so
in 2.1 innings.
turn out.
We just figured it out.
That one swung on and missed. Galusha speeding him up that fastball high in the zone.
You want an out, and it's actually going to be half our speakers on draft for the rest of the night, no matter what.
Okay, so we're clearing inventory.
Because, yeah, we
That one in there for strike 2. So Galusha
So I can catch
quickly
that.
attacking this batter.
Tell me my second miss. Because I had to start. I had to take.
Sets himself up in the mound trying to strike him out. And he does.
Okay, so
That one
So now I'm second inning for us.
going to be the 20th strikeout of the season for the pitcher, Nate Galusha. Nice pitch sequence that time.
Had been
3 pitches thrown, all for strikes.
First baseman
Retires
number
him.
3, Caden Huffman.
So now it's Caden Hoffman
went.
Carry fly out to left field. He had a 7
in at the dish.
inning pitch at bat. He had a full count.
Runner on first base for Galusha. Runner's going to go. That one spiked in the dirt, so Smith can't corral it.
Right.
Unable to try and make a play at second. He's going to be in there
He flew out to left
for the stolen bag.
Got it. Okay. Saunders.
So he advances over to second base, but that pitch was in there for a strike. So Galusha ahead of the count 0-1. Not too worried about the guy at second if he can get this third out here.
He popped out to shallow right field.
That pitch well inside, nearly hits Hoffman at the dish.
Got it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Lance Anderson came up
1-1 now.
5 pitches back. He was 1-2 with another foul ball, and he got a base hit to right field.
That pitch just catches the outside edge of the strike zone. Nice throw from Galusha to get the count at 1-2.
And then Carter Wallace
Trying to strike out his second batter of the inning. It'd be a pretty big out for the Sockeyes to strand somebody on second. The pitch in there. Check this swing,
No, that's one of those. It doesn't
but they'll say he
and
did not go.
we never saw the umpire make the gesture.
So 2-2 now
Okay, so then
with 2 outs when Hoffman steps back in.
And he's on the third. Brecky actually led off.
right.
He had
We'll see what pitch Galusha elects to throw here. Looks like his fastball has been the pitch to throw. And he goes right back to it. That one lifted into right field. Ryberg unable to make the play on it, rounding third base. And it'll be an RBI single from the Tribe. So their offense showing no signs of slowing down. It's a 5-2 lead now
Just 4 straight balls.
for the Tribe.
Now batting, the catcher, number 14, Zach Conley.
So you could imagine that Sockeyes bullpen probably starting to gear up here,
Dramatic powers.
hoping that Galusha can get this third out without any other troubles. That one
Powers came up and he
was
struck
in the
out.
dirt. So runner on first now.
He was the second out.
Galusha trying to leave him stranded, unable to strand the guy from second. Takes off. Nice throw from Smith. No trouble that time. Do not try and steal a base when Hadley Smith is behind the dish. Nice throw down that time to get the third out of the inning. So 1 run scored that time from the Tribe. The lead is 5-2. Sockeyes bats coming up in the bottom of the third inning, hoping to
That'll end the third inning.
cut into this lead, potentially tie it up, or even take the lead. We'll be back here shortly after this break from our sponsors.
Left on base.
I thought the guy was you.
Leading it off in the bottom of the third inning, I mean, a 2-hole hitter, Seth Ryberg.
Off the bottom of the third inning. Attending Point Loma Nazarene University, right fielder number 18,
Ryberg.
Seth Ryberg.
Talked about his power that he brings to the plate. Definitely something to note as he leads the inning off for the Sockeyes. Sockeyes would love an explosive inning this time to cut into that deficit. That pitch well inside. So it'll be 1-0 the count when Powers throws this next pitch. Goes right back to the insides of the zone. And yet again, it's well inside. So Ryberg, hitless in this contest. He's only had 1 AB, but he lifted one weakly to center field. Would love a different outcome this time. That pitch in there for a strike. So I mentioned previously Ryberg batting .280 on the season. But to tag along with that, he's had his fair share of extra base hits. That one, just missed that one. It's going to lift into left field. And able to put the play on that one is Brecky. So a quick out that time for the Tribe.
I've been told it's half price drafts anyway for the remainder of the contest.
There we go.
So one guy down here in stepping, the shortstop, Ethan He. He is attending Utah Tech University, along with a few of the other Sockeyes. Dylan Gardner recently transferring over to Utah Tech. Grady Daniels committed there, and earlier in the season, Jack Walker was a member of the Sockeyes. He also is going to Utah Tech. That ball struck over to third base. Can't make the play cleanly. And that throw pulls off the first baseman. So Ethan He finds himself at first base after he hits that ball over to third. So he able to get on base with that ball struck over to third. So taking a mound visit. Runner on first. Stepping in now, Ryder Cutlip. He's 1 for 1 on the day. If you remember all the way back to the bottom of the first, had that double to the right center gap. 2 RBIs scored with that extra base hit. So looking to step into the box and repeat some of that magic from his last AB. Call it magic, but it's not much of magic when you look at the way he's been swinging the bat all year. Batting over 400 on the season. He's batting .412. Gap-to-gap guy as they check on He over at first base. So Cutlip will be attending Owyhee High School in Meridian, Idaho for his senior season, coming off back-to-back state championships at the 5A level. That pitch in there for a strike. So 0-1 is the count here for number 20. Steps back in the box. Here comes Power's 47th pitch of the contest. That one swung on and fouled straight off of his leg. So he's going to take a second to walk that one off. Not shaking up too much. He's back in there quickly. So here we go. The 0-2 coming on its way from Powers. I'm going to glance over at He at first base. That one swung on, driven over to shortstop or second base, and they're able to turn that one into a double play. So the second baseman, Nelson, able to roll 2 there, throws it over to Harrington, who tosses it over to Hoffman. So Sockeyes strand Ethan He over there at first base. No runs scored.
No tried errors, no Sockeyes left on base.
Sockeyes still looking for some offense. We'll be back here with a new pitcher on the mound in the top of the 4th inning. Take a break real quick with our sponsors. We'll be right back. Back in action, Sockeyes here in the top of the fourth. Pitching change. Galusha is going to be taken out of the game. Now stepping in, the lefty, number 35, Nolan Hardesty. First pitch is going to be high for a ball. Next pitch is well inside. So Hardesty still uncommitted. He played his last season at Twin Falls High School in Twin Falls, Idaho, and he had a prolific season to say the least. Up on the mound, he was virtually untouchable as he makes that guy foul it straight back off. Credited with 11 wins, a 1.4 ERA throughout his season, and 190 strikeouts throughout his season. So certainly somebody the Sockeyes bringing in to try and get some of that same production from him. That first pitch, or that next pitch, was in there for a ball as well. So the 3-1 swinging on and fouled back. That'll make it a full count when Hardesty steps back up. Hardesty, the payoff pitch fouled back, so it's Conley in at the dish, staying alive that time. Sockeyes would love to have an inning where they do not allow any runs. The Tribe able to score in every single frame so far. Not something that this Sockeyes pitching staff is used to. When you look at the pitching in the last two contests against the Tribe, Sockeyes only allowed 7 hits. They've already allowed a handful here. That one inside for a walk. So number 14 trots over there to first base. And yet again, the Tribe find themselves with guys on base.
Right fielder, number 12, Devin Downey.
As I was saying, the Sockeyes pitching staff in those last 2 games, no trouble putting away Tribe batters. 25 Ks in 2 games, as that one in there for a strike. And only 5 runs allowed. They won 12-0 in the first game and 9-5 in the second. But the Tribe came here to play. Offensive production has been there. That pitch well inside. 1-1 is the count now for Nolan Hardesty on the mound. Still nobody down. That leadoff guy reached on a walk. Next pitch swung on, flared right over to left field. Cutlip, no trouble there. Didn't even have to move for that one. So a nice out that time from the Sockeyes. Hardesty able to kind of pop him up that time. Weak contact, something you love to see when you're on the mound. So the lefty now facing a righty. This time it's the shortstop, Aiden Harrington. So the leadoff guy, or the 1 spot, back up for the 3rd time. Hardesty tried to pick him off at first base, but nothing doing that time. Hardesty has pitched 3 innings for the Sockeyes. He joined them in the middle of their road trip to the Badlands. I believe they picked him up in Casper, Wyoming, actually. So 1-0 the count here. That pitch just barely misses. Sockeyes dugout not happy about that one. They wanted the strike call. 2-0, 1 guy down, and a runner on first base. Sockeyes trying to shut them down for the first time. That pitch just high. So Hardesty finds himself down 3-0 in this count. Looking to hopefully climb that figurative ladder to make this count competitive again. and he leaves that one inside. So it's a 4-pitch walk that time. One guy now in scoring position. This guy on first and second here for the Tribe, and only one out. So again, signs early here that there's going to be a big inning. Now it's Grant Rupp, the DH, in at the plate for the Tribe. Rupp is 0 for 2. Sockeyes defensively hoping to keep it that way. That pitch inside for ball 1. So Hardesty, in his 3 innings pitched, he has struggled with finding that strike zone a little bit, hoping to find his footing here with the 0-1 pitch. And he does. That one in their first strike. Hardesty staring down the DH Rupp, who winds and throws. Nice off-speed pitch, just frozen. That one in for a strike. Beautiful pitch from Hardesty. He's got 4 Ks on the Sockeyes season thus far. Here with 2 strikes, could add 1 to that total. Sets. Checks on the guy at second. Kicks, throws. Swing and a miss. There it is. Struck him out that time. So 5 Ks now on the season for Nolan Hardesty. Able to get that second out in a big spot with 2 guys on.
Now batting the center fielder, number 44, Davis Mosey.
So Hardesty, the lefty, facing yet another righty. Winds and throws that pitch, but gets away from him in the dirt. Nice job from Smith to keep it in front of him, to not allow any other advancements from the guy on second or first. So Hardesty getting ready to throw his 19th pitch. This one to Mosey. Mosey 1 for 2 on the day. That pitch fouled straight up. That one's going to get out of play. Ryberg, the right fielder, unable to make a play on that one. So we'll have Mosey step back in the box now with a 1-1 count. The lefty staring down Mosey. 1-1. Here with 2 outs, looking to get their last out of the inning. Off-speed pitch does not break the way he wants it to, so he leaves that one outside. 2-1 is the count. The Tribe still in here, leading 5-2. Sockeyes looking to shut them down for the first time in a frame of an inning. They've gotten 3 runs in the first and a run in both the second and the third. That pitch catches the inside corner of the zone. Nice sweeping action that time from Hardesty. Sets himself up. Kicks, throws. Weak ground ball back up to Hardesty. Routine play over to first base, so Hardesty gets the 3rd out. Does a good job to shut down that Tribe offense, who's been hot all night. Sockeyes will be back in the bottom of the 4th, seeing if they can't get their bats going. We'll be back with more action after this break from our sponsors. So in
back
here,
to
bottom
number 20,
of the
Ryder.
fourth
Cutler.
inning,
Excuse me.
leading it off for the Sockeyes, trying to get that offense going, is number 19, Hadley Smith. Smith quickly fouls one off. It's going to be in danger. First baseman can't put a squeeze on it.
What I meant to say was attending Cochise College, the catcher, number 19, Hadley Smith.
So Smith, hitless on the day, but he's been one of the hotter bats in the Sockeyes lineup. Somebody that Coach Price has relied on, even when he's not catching. Whether he's DHing or pinch hitting, it feels like he's been able to find hits in any spot he's needed. And this would be a huge spot for him to get a hit, hopefully to ignite something in this Sockeyes offense. They've been pretty stagnant early. Swing and a miss that time. Only 3 hits on the day for the Sockeyes offense, and that might not sound too bad, but the way this offense has been rolling lately, definitely underwhelming. And there he goes. Nice base hit. Finds the left center gap. Call on his name and he'll respond. Hadley Smith leading it off with a single for the Sockeyes. And now in here, number 23, Grady Daniels. Daniels playing at first base spot.
It's a short train. Like a short bus.
Smith over there at first base hoping to get batted in. That pitch driven really well over to right field. Daniels pulled that one. And just like that, here come the Sockeyes. Nobody down. 2 guys up, both of them with base hits. Daniels advancing Smith over to second while taking some residency at first.
They do have something on there. I can't. He's actually at that right now. It almost looks like number 2.
So the pitching staff for the Tribe, it'd be interesting to see how they incorporate that. Typically, when we're in these games against these competitors league teams, their first starting guy gives the Sockeyes offense a little bit of trouble, but once the bullpen comes out, that's when the offense comes to life. So I can imagine that they're going to try and ride Powers for as long as they physically can.
Yeah, he did kind of a couple, then they kind of swapped them.
So Powers going to still be in here when we get situated. Coach giving him some words of encouragement as he's in a pretty tough situation. 2 guys on. And here comes number 33, Grant Carey, up to the dish. Carey, in his first appearance, flew out to left field, but it was a well-struck baseball. Hopefully he can straighten that out and find himself with a hit. 0-1 after he watches strike 1 go by. Awaiting Powers' 55th pitch. Swung on that one. Off-speed pitch dipped a little bit low, so Carey couldn't put his full bat on that one. Fouls it off. 0-2 the count now. Facing number 33, Carey. Carey attending Tarleton State University. Fun fact about Carey, he played for Great Britain's WBC team. World Baseball Classic, that is. Fouls that one straight back. Doesn't want to go down without a fight. So the 0-2 on its way yet again from Powers when Carey steps back in the box. Carey, one of the only Sockeyes to have a home run under his belt. It was a grand slam in the Badlands. He pulled one into deep left field. Wouldn't mind that happening again here. Leaves that one low. He's definitely got the pop to do it, but here in this Sockeye season, we have yet to see a Sockeye hit a home run at home field here in Wolf. The ball just kind of dies when it gets out there towards the warning track, but a hit in any fashion could score Smith. That one struck well. It's going to drop in front of the left fielder. Smith is going to round third, and he's up. So an RBI double there from Grant Carey. Talked about his pop, and there it is right there. Nice piece of hitting from Carey. So Grant Carey does a nice job to advance both guys. Finds himself at second base after that hit. Smith scores to make it a 3-5 ball game. Still nobody down. Now there's two guys in scoring position. Coming up to the plate with a keen opportunity is number 25, Kyler Saunders. Powers starting to get tired as he's closing in on 60 pitches.
Nazarene University designated hitter number 25, Kyler Saunders.
So Saunders awaiting that first pitch, checks his swing, that ball low out of the zone. So Saunders is 0 for 1 on the day. He had the weak fly ball over to the right field area. It was just outside of play. That pitch is low and in the dirt, so he's got a great spot here to add some RBIs to his season. Right now he's batting .212, battling some injuries and some illness earlier in the season, so he had a late start. Hasn't seen as many pitches or plate appearances as some of the other Sockeyes roster. DHing today as he watches ball 3 go by. So a walk would load the bases. Here comes the pitch from Powers. And it's in there for a strike. Just trying to find the zone that time. So here we go. It's Daniels at third and Carey at second base. And that pitch outside, so Saunders takes his base on a 5-pitch walk. And loaded bases here for number 3, the 9-hole spot,
Now batting,
Lance Anderson.
Columbia Basin Community College. Second baseman, number 3, Lance Anderson.
Anderson stepping in the box. He's 1 for 1 on the day, playing second base. That pitch inside, so Anderson with a prime opportunity to take the lid off this game for the Sockeyes and potentially score 2 runs. Next pitch is going to be just low. Nice take from Anderson. Does not have to bat him in. If he can take the walk, that'll score a run for him. That next pitch does find the strike zone, however. Next pitch to Anderson. In there. Didn't like that call, but it's in there for a strike to even the count 2-2. Awaiting the 2-2 pitch. Here comes the throw from Powers. Swung on, hit right back to him, and it bumps the side of the pitcher. Close play at home, but they get the force out. So Anderson hits that ball right back at the pitcher, and the third baseman catches the ricochet, makes the play at home for the force out. So Anderson will be on first base now, but not after the first out of the inning is recorded. The lineup flips over here. Now stepping in the box, number 2, Carter Walsh. So nice heads-up play from the third baseman to get the force out at home. That first pitch to Walsh is low for a ball. So the next pitch on its way from Powers here will be his 69th pitch of the contest. That one outside. So Walsh now with a 2-0 lead on the count. Sockeyes still with bases loaded, only one guy down. Leaves that one, but it's in there for strike one. Walsh 1 for 2 on the contest. His first at bat, he was able to reach first. That pitch swung on and missed. Walsh was early that time. So now the count 2-2 to number 2. Trying to get the Sockeyes on the board here with what would be their 4th run. That one inside to fill the count up 3-2. 3-2 count here. In the box, the NNU commit Walsh, and he watches that one, freezes him up, strike 3 called. So the Sockeyes trying their best to not squander this bases loaded opportunity. Walsh watches strike 3 go by him to be the second out of the game, or out of the inning. Now in number 18, Seth Ryberg. Ryberg, certainly somebody you'd like to call on in a position like this. That one in there for a strike. Stepping back in here, the Point Loma Nazarene outfielder. Good take that time. Sockeyes dugout really getting into it, understanding the importance of this at-bat.
Carter, yes. Just 3 straight.
That one hit straight over to second, fields it cleanly, and the Tribe get out of that inning safely, stranding 3 guys on that inning. Sockeyes offense had themselves in a good spot but unable to capitalize. So the top of the 5th inning, Sockeyes will be back on defense. Tribe bats will be back up. Take a break here before we're back in action from Wolf. So here we go in the top of the fifth inning.
Number 6, Kevin Brecky.
Leading it off for the Tribe, Kevin Brecky. First pitch in there for a strike from the new pitcher, Jack Ryan. That next throw is going to be just low out of the zone. That one swung on, lifted shallow right, but the second baseman, Anderson, able to put the glove on it for the first out of the inning. So Sockeyes defense looking to continue that trend of putting zeros up on the scoreboard for the Tribe.
Second baseman, number 1, Jeff Nelson.
Hardesty was able to shut him down in the top of the fourth. Ryan looking to do something similar here. Already with one quick out. That one fouled straight back that time. Nelson in at the dish, 1 for 1 on the day. Ryan getting him to swing and miss that time. 2-0 the count now. Ryan committed to College of Southern Idaho in Twin Falls. That pitch swung on and grounded weakly over to second, so Anderson gets to make his second play of the game. And he does it with confidence. 2 outs now. 2 up, 2 down. Ryan trying to make it 3 up, 3 down.
Now batting, third baseman, number 16, Sean Powers.
So now Sean Powers in at the plate for the Tribe. Ryan pitched 5.2 innings for the Sockeyes thus far. He's done a pretty good job so far in those innings. He's got 5 Ks, but only a 1.5 ERA. Quickly finds himself behind the count, 2-0. This next throw on its way. That one grounded well over to the third base line, but it's fouled. Ryan usually found in the outfield or a designated hitter spot for the Sockeyes. That pitch off speed nearly hits him, but it's 3-1 the count now as Powers evades that ball. That pitch skips off the dirt for ball 4. So Powers reaches on a walk that time. It's a 5-pitch walk from Jack Ryan. Still in a good spot, however, with 2 guys down. Only 1 on first. But the Tribe offense definitely able to capitalize even with 2-out situations. This is the best I've ever seen them hit the ball. See if that continues. That pitch is low. So Ryan trying to find the strike zone again. Sets himself up. Powers getting a pretty healthy lead over at first. Almost caught with that delayed steal. 2-0 the count now after that pitch was in the dirt. Delivered from Ryan. 2-0 pitch. Also going to be low. So Ryan going to step off to regather his thoughts, trying to find that strike zone once again. And he does that time. Trying to climb back and make this a competitive count. He was down 3-0. Now he's got it 3-1. We'll see what he's able to do here with this next pitch on its way. The righty winds and throws. Smith tried to frame that one, but it was just low out of the zone. Another walk on 5 pitches from Ryan. So he was able to get those first 2 guys out quickly. But just like that, he's got 2 guys on now.
The catcher, number 14, Zach Conley.
Still, that 2 outs, definitely a comforting feeling. Sets himself up. The pitch on its way. And outside. So ball one quickly here, as Ryan is now facing the new batter with two guys on. This time it's Conley. That pitch swung on and fouled back. So 1-1 the count when he steps back in the box. Ryan batting .500 in the 2 games he's played against the Tribe. So not just somebody who can get it done on the mound. So that pitch is low for ball 2. I definitely do not want to walk the bases loaded. See what he can do here. The 2-1 count on its way to Conley. Swung on straight over to third base, and Carey is going to touch the third base bag. And Ryan gets himself out of that inning and out of that jam. 2 guys on, doesn't matter. They're both going to be stranded. Sockeyes will be back in the bottom of the 5th inning. More action yet to come from Wolffield. Leading it off in the bottom of the 5th inning, the shortstop is Ethan He. First pitch on its way, that one high. So Powers still in the game for the Tribe. Like I said, these Competitors League teams are pretty short on pitching, so definitely going to stretch him out as long as they can. That one driven extremely high into center field, but the play is going to be made with ease. That time it's Mosey under it. So here comes the left fielder making his way to the box. Number 20, Ryder Cutlip. Cutlip, in his first at-bat, had that RBI double, 2 RBI double, I should say. Couldn't get a hit in his last inning, so he's 1 for 2. That pitch jumped on, but that pitch hit foul. So 0-1 will be the count when Cutlip steps back into the box. That throw is in there for a strike. So 0-2 the count quickly here for Cutlip. Changing to the 2-strike approach. See if Powers tries to get him to chase here. That pitch on its way. And he does, but Cutlip does not take the bait. Leaves that one low for a ball. 1-2 will be the count when Cutlip steps back in. Powers thrown a ton of pitches. He's already thrown 80 pitches, and they're going to keep going to him. That one also misses the zone for ball 2. So he sets himself back up on the mound, winds, kicks, throws. Swung on by Cutlip, but he misses that one. Strike 3. Up to the plate for his third appearance, number 19, Hadley Smith.
Now batting, attending Cochise College, the catcher, number 19, Hadley Smith.
Smith 1 for 2 on the day. Quickly jumps on that one, fouls it straight back for what will go down as strike 1. Called on his name that last time, and he came up in a big spot. Getting that single to start the Sockeyes rally in the last inning. That pitch inside for ball 1. So Powers, that was his 84th pitch of his outing. In there for a strike. Smith just watches that one go by. Not a lot of movement with the bat. So the 1-2 count facing Smith. Kicks and throws. That one hit straight up to center field. Under it is Mosey to make the play. So the Sockeyes will have to wait for another inning to see if they can get those bats going. We'll be back with more action next time in the top of the 6th inning.
No runs, no hits. Leading off the top of the 6th
So
inning,
top of the 6th inning action here from Wolf Field. That pitch swung on and missed. Jack Ryan still the man on the mound for the Sockeyes. Coming back out to see if Coach Price can get him to throw another inning similar to the one he did last. That pitch outside. In there for a strike that time, so 1-2 the count. Trying to get this guy down early, not letting the leadoff guy get on. Tried to have him go fishing that time, but keeps his bat honest. 2-2 will be the count when he re-steps in. Blue calling time. Here it comes from Ryan. Swung and fouled straight back. So Downey 1 for 2 on the night. Ryan trying to put him down. In this game, the Tribe have done a good job of getting leadoff men on base. But the Sockeyes trying to change that trend here. Here it comes. That one swung on straight to center field. Walsh puts the glove on that one with no trouble. Nice play from the center fielder to get the first out of the inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 3, Aiden Harrington.
So here comes the shortstop this time. It's Aiden Harrington in at the dish. Quickly swinging first pitch. That one skied foul. That's a souvenir ball. Nice day here in Caldwell, Idaho, home of the Sockeyes. There's no wind. A pretty comfortable 85 here as that pitch is swung on and missed. So 0-2 the count. Here we go. Pitch on its way from Ryan. That one thrown. The fastball spiked in the dirt. Definitely been his best pitch thus far has been that fastball. Goes back to it yet again. And it's low, missed in the same spot.
He did that last at bat, but I had 1 and 2. He threw 2.
I had 1 and 2 also.
That pitch on its way. Outside to fill the count up 3-2. Payoff pitch, winds and throws. Off-speed pitch just misses the inside of the zone for ball 4.
Now batting for the Tribe, the designated hitter, number 10, Grant Rupp.
So that guy, Harrington, reaches first on a walk from Ryan. In now steps number 10. That ball hit over to second. Anderson fields it cleanly and gets the out over at first base to end the inning. Nice double play.
3 on the double play.
So entering the bottom of the 6th inning, Sockeyes bats still down 2 runs. Starting to feel the pressure as this game winds down, entering the latter half of the game. We'll be back with more action from Wolf Field after a break from our sponsors. So here in the bottom of the 6th inning, it's Powers still on the mound
Bottom of the 6th inning
for the
Sockeyes,
Tribe.
presenting Utah Tech
He's 2
University.
pitches away from
Number
100
23, Grady
thrown in this
Daniels.
outing. So really thin on arms. In stepping, trying to take advantage of that tired arm is 23, Grady Daniels. Quickly swinging on that one, but it's fouled straight back. Daniels 1 for 2 on the day. Ripped one over to the right field line for a single in his last plate appearance.
This will be his 91st.
That pitch swung on, weakly chopped over to first base, scoop and throw. The pitcher covering first base gets that first out. So excuse me, Powers just threw his 90th pitch. He was at 88 pitches coming into the inning.
Now batting, attending Tarleton State University, third baseman number 33, Grant Carey.
Stepping back in, number 33, Carey. Carey playing third base for the Sockeyes. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Trying to put some life into this Sockeyes offense that's otherwise been pretty quiet by their standards. Only 3 runs scored through 6, or I should say through 5.1. Quick 2-0 count here for Carey. On its way from Powers. That one swung on and fouled off. A little bit tardy on that fastball. Carey played his last season at Northwest Nazarene University. This pitch on its way. That one swung on, lifted. Right center field. It's going to find the gap. Turning around first. It's going to be a close play. But he's in there. The old man showing off his wheels in there at second base for a double, legging that one out. So Carey trying to get this offense going. He's in there for a double with 1 out. Setting up Kyler Saunders with a chance to make some noise here. The 8-hole hitter
Now batting for the Sockeyes,
stepping in.
attending Northwest Nazarene University, the designated hitter number 25, Kyler Saunders.
Powers checking on him over there at second. That one pops straight up and drifting foul. Just misses the top of the Tribe dugout. So Saunders now facing an 0-1 count. He's 0 for 1 on the ball game, and he's got a chance to score his friend from second with a nice piece of hitting. Checking on him over at second base, but he's in there safely.
Did he land on it? He landed on it.
Looks like Carey landed on top of the baseball. Feeling that one a bit. But he'll shake it off, ready to play some more baseball. Still an 0-1 count. Awaiting the second pitch of the at-bat. Powers still on the mound. He's thrown 95 pitches This will likely be his last inning. Sockeyes trying to take advantage of a tired arm. That one swung on and missed. 0-2 the count here for Kyler Saunders. Powers shaking that pitch off. Sets himself back up. That one swung on, lifted into left field, and it's going to drop. Carey rounding third. That's going to be an RBI single from Saunders, making his presence felt here, scoring the 4th run of the ball game for the Sockeyes to cut it to a 1-run deficit. Huge piece of hitting that time from number 25. Setting up the 9-hole hitter Lance Anderson with a guy on first base and only 1 out.
Number 3, Lance Anderson.
It's Anderson now at the dish. He's 1 for 2, seeing his fair share of action defensively at second base. That pitch is high.
13 or 19 to 1 up and down.
Looks like the Tribe bullpen finally starting to get warmed up. That pitch well inside for ball 2. Take a quick mound visit here while the Tribe pitching staff try and collect their thoughts. So a quick mound visit that time from the catcher and the pitcher. Runner still on first base. 2-0 count facing number 3. Big swing that time by Anderson. Eyes lit up on that pitch, but he misses. So 2-1 on its way from Powers. Movement from Saunders. It's going to be a close play, but he's safe. Just in time. So Saunders advances from first to second. And Anderson swung on that last pitch and missed it. So 2-2 the count now. Next pitch on its way. Swung on and fouled straight back. So staying alive in the count that time. Anderson fouling that one. That was Powers' 100th pitch of the game. Still has to get 2 outs in this inning unless one of his teammates can get warmed up in a hurry. That one inside.
They're back in already. Oh no, he's still out back. Oh.
So here it comes from Powers. That one swung on, fouled off yet again from Anderson. So a few of the Tribe players starting to walk over into the dugout, thinking about maybe substituting Powers out. That pitch in the dirt, but does not get away from the catcher, so Saunders is going to have to stay put over there at second base. Anderson 1 for 2 on the day, looking to make that a 2 for 3 day. Payoff pitch. Takes the walk instead.
Comes the captain. The hook.
So here comes
Not there a long time.
what is likely going to be the pitching change for the Tribe. Coach walking up on the mound, and indeed it will be a pitching change. 106 pitches thrown from Powers. Take a quick break while they warm up their new arm.
19.
Be right back at you. So Sockeyes pinch hitting for number 2 Carter Walsh. Now step in the box, rocking number 15, Cason O'Neill. So Bramlett, the pitcher, in for the Tribe. A little bit of a strange pitching delivery. Certainly, Sockeyes feeling good with a new arm in to take advantage of this bullpen depth that the Tribe might lack. Swing and a miss that time from O'Neill. Cason O'Neill attending College of Southern Idaho for his first season next year. He's got a big bat, loves the pull, so we'll see if that translates. That pitch well outside. A little bit of a sidearm slide shuffle delivery from this pitcher, Bramlett. He's definitely not going to blow anything by you. So if you're sitting on a fastball, it'll probably be early. That pitch off speed in there for a strike. 2-2 is the count to Cason O'Neill in his first at-bat of the game. O'Neill swings, fouls that one off. Oh, and he missed that one. Strike 3 swinging. So Bramlett's first batter Gets him down swinging. So now it's 2 outs for the Sockeyes, 2 guys on. They've scored 1 run this inning, looking to do some more damage. With a nice swing from Ryberg, they could potentially tie the game up. Ryberg watches that one go by him. And the catcher, Conley, able to keep it in front of him. 1-0 the count. 2 guys down. Sockeyes trying to avoid stranding 2 guys on. In at the dish is Ryberg. That pitch is well outside as well. So Ryberg definitely waiting for that right pitch. You can imagine he's going to swing out of his shoes. But he leaves that one outside. So 3-0 now. 3 balls to Seth Ryberg. That pitch well inside, so Ryberg's going to take his base on 4 pitches. And that advances Carey to third. We got bases loaded now. Saunders is now on second, and of course Ryberg takes first after that walk. So here comes Ethan He,
Now batting, attending Utah Tech University.
attending Utah Tech University.
Ethan He.
Definitely a really consistent bat for the Sockeyes. Batting .321 on the season. This is the first righty batter that Bramlett has faced. That ball hit weakly over to first base, but he can't field it cleanly. And it's going to be an infield hit for He that scores the tying run. So 5-5 is the score here in Wolf Field. 2 guys down, but it doesn't matter. The Sockeyes are still on the attack, trying to score runs. They finally tied this game up. It's all even for the first time since 0-0.
Now batting, attending Gonzaga University.
And here comes
number 20, Ryder
the left fielder, Ryder Cutlip. Cutlip 1 for 3 on the day. Chance to drive in a handful of guys. That pitch outside. Favoring the outside edge when facing lefties. And then when he's able to get it over the strike zone, it just hangs there. See if Cutlip can make the adjustment and get a hit off of him. That pitch in there for a strike. Just watched that one go by him.
No, they still go with the other guy because responsibility.
1-1 count on its way to Cutlip. That one low and inside, so ball 2. Bases loaded here to Cutlip. That pitch on its way and outside. So 3-1 is going to be the count now. Hitters count. The pitch from Bramlett on its way. And it is high and outside. So take your base. That'll score Kyler Saunders, who was pinch run for by Lance Anderson. And the bases will stay loaded for Hadley Smith.
Now batting.
Sockeyes now leading 5-6.
Number 19, Hadley Smith.
Smith stepping in the box. Big opportunity for him. Certainly somebody you want in the box with an opportunity like this. That pitch in there for a strike. Bramlett thrown 15 pitches in this inning. That ball way inside. It'll be interesting to see how he tries to attack righty batters, since he favors, well, essentially the righty's batter box. He's been throwing a ton of pitches outside to lefties. Same pitch that time, almost gets by the catcher. Ryberg thought about it, but he's going to stay over there at third base. That pitch on its way. Hit over to third base. Smith, it's going to be a close play, but the third baseman gets him out. So the Sockeyes will have to settle for 1 run scored that time. Or, excuse me, 3 runs scored. They take the lead by 1. We'll be back in the top of the 7th inning. Sockeyes with their first lead of the game. Trying to hold on to that lead. There'll be a pitching change as we re-enter.
There are no try there. Leading off the top of the 7th inning.
So here in the top of the 7th inning,
Davis, Mosey.
Mosey leading it off for the Tribe. Shows bunt but pulls it back.
It didn't hit you, it hit the umpire.
So a pitching change for the Sockeyes. Now on the bump, number 24, Peyton Hines. This will be Hines' first outing as a Sockeye. The Tribe player and third base coach trying to lobby that ball hit him. So they are going to say that did not hit him, and Mosey is going to have to continue his at bat. Like I said, Peyton Hines for his first appearance as a Sockeye. That time fouled straight back off. Hines attended Rocky Mountain High School. He was battling some injury earlier this season. Worked with Coach Brian Wolf to get himself back into full form. Hines is attending the College of Southern Idaho this next season for his first season of collegiate action. That pitch on its way. Gets away from him a little bit, so it's high and away for ball 2. And strike 3, but a drop third strike. So he reaches first base. That pitch got away from the catcher, Hadley Smith. So an unfortunate break for the Sockeyes defensively.
Now batting, left fielder number 6, Kevin Brecky.
Kevin Brecky
So would you say he
now in
fastball?
at the dish. Pitch well inside, that time from Hines. The 1-0 be on its way when he steps back in the box. Hines sets himself up, throws that one, pops him straight up. Daniels moving underneath it, puts the squeeze on it for the first out. Hines, good job to pop him up that time. Trying to catch up to that fastball that time.
Now batting, second baseman number 1.
So now
Jeff
stepping
Nelson.
in is number 1, Jeff Nelson. Nelson is 1 for 2 on the day. Runner goes. Smith, the throw down, but he's in there in time. Couldn't catch him stealing. So Mosey advances from first to second on that steal.
That's a, I'll put it up if it's wrong to be correct. As soon as it pulled it out,
But he needs to be more like
Next throw on its way from Hines. It's going to be the 0-1. That one fouled back, so it'll be 0-2 now. Facing the batter, Nelson. Took that first pitch to try and give his guy time to advance to second, and it worked. More movement in the bullpen for the Tribe. That pitch swung on, hit straight over to center field, and it's the substitute, Ethan Gardner, able to make the play on that one. So 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning.
Gardner with the catch for out number 2.
Coach Price going to take a mound visit, talk some things over with the infield. So after that mound visit from Coach Price, it's Powers, Sean Powers,
Now batting,
in at the dish.
third baseman number 16, Sean Powers.
Powers awaiting the 0-0 offering. There's a guy on second base that Hines has to be conscious of, but two guys down. That pitch driven straight up to right, and Ryberg puts the squeeze on it, so Hines, a good inning that time, shuts that offense down, and his first ever outing as a Sockeye. So the bottom of the 7th will come back up. Sockeyes bats trying to add on to this 1-run lead. Be back shortly. So action here from the bottom of the 7th inning. The Sockeyes still holding on to that 5-6 lead after Hines was able to shut down that Tribe offense. Stepping in to lead it off, the lefty, Grady Daniels, takes that first pitch. So now it's Cam Nygaard in on the bump, replacing Bramlett. That ball grounded over to first. Stretches out, makes the play, and the pitcher covers the bag, but he can't make the play. So an error allows Daniels to reach first base. And the Sockeyes yet again get the leadoff guy on base. Any way they can do it, they'll take it. Daniels on first base now. The Sockeyes, with the way that the Tribe has been hitting, would not mind, I'm sure, a few insurance runs, as they are looking to try and secure what would be their 14th win in a row. So in at the box now, number 33, it's Grant Carey. Carey's 2 for 3 on the day, having a great game. The 0-1, that offering is high. So 1-1 will be the count here for number 33. Lots of red jerseys in that bullpen for the Tribe, trying to get their first win over the Sockeyes. That ball skied into center field, and Mosey puts the squeeze on it. Daniels has to retreat back to first base. So Carey can't keep it going that time. He's going to be retired on that fly ball. Exchanging a few words of encouragement and advice to Saunders. Saunders stepping up to the plate. He's 1 for 2.
Sitting right next to him. She's got on a striped top, black with stripes. So right back there.
First pitch to Saunders, looping off speed, is in there for a strike.
Sitting next, do you know where Kelly's sitting, Kelly's spot? Wait, see there's a guy with a red hat, kind of a reddish color shirt.
Saunders, somebody who
Go 2 out.
favors the pull over to left field, but can drive a ball into opposite field.
Okay.
When you take a look at his spray chart, just where he's hitting the ball, you'll see that reflected. See if he can drive something at this AB. He's got a guy on first working for him. Takes that pitch. Nygaard tried to go back to that off-speed pitch on the outside of the black, but not getting the call that time. 2-1 will be the count to number 25. Nygaard throws that one, and he fouls it straight back. Tried to catch up to that fastball, but he was a little bit tardy. Nice crowd here in attendance as they sit and watch as the Sockeyes play their last game before they take off for the road again. Saunders, nice take there. Leaves that one high. 3-2 is the count. So a full count here. Guy on first base, Saunders, leaves that one away. So with one out, you've got 2 guys on after that walk. The 9-hole hitter rocking the number 3, the righty Lance Anderson, stepping into the box.
Attending Columbia Basin Community College.
Anderson,
Number 3, Lance
1 for 2 on the day. Here he's got a good spot to try and drive in a run. That pitch inside.
And look over second base side. You can just get over second base.
Anderson attending Columbia Basin College for his first year next season. He played his last season of school ball at Bora High School in Boise, Idaho. That pitch outside gets away from the catcher, so both guys are going to advance with no problem. So the 2-0 now for Anderson with 2 guys in scoring position. Daniels on third and Saunders on second.
That's it.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. That one in the dirt. Catcher able to keep that one in front of him and avoid the run scoring from third. So 3-0 the count now. A walk would load the bases. See what Nygaard has to offer for Anderson. Pitch on its way. Takes it, and it's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Lance Anderson. Juice those bases yet again for the Sockeyes. Only 1 out. And stepping in
Now batting
is number 34,
Wenatchee Valley Community College.
Ethan
Center
Gardner.
fielder, Number 34. Ethan
Gardner substituting
Gardner.
in for Carter Walsh.
He is leaving now. Carter's a spectator and so is Houston.
First pitch inside to Gardner. Gardner attending Wenatchee Valley. He'll be returning for his sophomore campaign in the next school ball season, collegiate season. Watches that off-speed pitch drop underneath the zone. Gardner, a utility guy, plays in the outfield defensively, but he can also pitch, and he has for the Sockeyes. Leaves that one way inside. There's two Gardners on this team, both of them the two brothers. Number 44, Dylan Gardner, also a primary pitcher. And that one inside, so free run for the Sockeyes that time. Gift wrapped that one for Gardner, a 4-pitch walk, so that's 8 consecutive balls from Nygaard. And no surprise, the coach of the Tribe going to trot out there to have a conversation with his pitcher. Meanwhile, the Sockeyes take a 5-7 lead. Still only one guy out in this bottom of the 7th inning. Sockeyes still trying to tack on a few runs to really feel confident that this game is out of reach. But the way that they've been pitching, I'm sure that they're feeling pretty good about themselves. The Tribe has not scored since the 3rd inning. And Nygaard will stay in the game. Coach maybe instilling some confidence, you could say. Had a few words for his pitcher, I'm sure. See if that will change anything as number 18 steps in the box. This time it's Seth Ryberg. Ryberg 0 on the day. He has not gotten a hit. That ball was well outside of the zone, but they're going to give him the strike regardless. Stan's not happy about that one, and neither is the Sockeyes dugout. 0-1, the pitch on the way. And that one will be high and out of the zone, so ball 1 that time. Evens the count up 1-1. One guy down, bases are still loaded for the Sockeyes, with a chance to extend their lead from 5-7 with a run scored. Thought about going that time and instead leaves that one, but it's a strike. So 1-2 the count. Pitch on its way from Nygaard will be his 23rd. Big swing from Ryberg and misses that one. Trying to defend the plate, but he's going to be sent down swinging. So here comes the shortstop, Ethan He. This would be the second time the Sockeyes strand everybody on if they're unable to score any runs this time.
22, Ethan He.
So Ethan He, 2 for 3 on the game. Definitely player of the game watch. That pitch is outside. Pitch on its way from Nygaard. Swung on and lifted into shallow right field. And the second baseman puts the squeeze on it, so the Sockeyes yet again strand 3 guys on. We will enter the top of the 8th inning. Sockeyes defense tries to hold on to this 2-run lead. So stepping back in here is that Tribe offense. This time it's the top of the 8th inning. First pitch is up and outside from the substitute pitcher, number 55, Travis Farrell. That next pitch is also high from Farrell. Farrell standing up at 6'7", 230 pounds. The Vegas native has some heat to his pitches as you see him trying to catch up to that one. Swing and a miss for the first strike of the count. Farrell in his last outing went 3 innings, struck out 7 guys. This time lifts him up to right field. Diving play. Lance Anderson getting dirty in foul territory to get that first out of the inning. Anderson with a great play to go all the way from second base to that shallow foul ball, or to the shallow right field foul line. So Farrell gets his first out thanks to the hustle from the second baseman. That pitch hits him up high on the shoulders, nearly hits him in the head. So he'll take a base. Still able to duck out of the way that time, thankfully.
Now batting, right fielder, number 12, Devin Downey.
So Devin Downey steps back into the box to face Farrell. Looking at some numbers from Farrell, he's pitched 16 innings for the Sockeyes as he gets a strike that time. One of the best strikeout guys. He's a strikeout machine. He's got 20 on the season coming into this game. The next pitch on its way. Misses low and inside for ball 1. Farrell attends Colorado State Pueblo. That pitch swung on over to second base. Anderson trying to turn 2. Gets it to He. Close play at first, but they call him safe. So Anderson scoops that one up and tosses it over to his shortstop friend Ethan He to get the second out, but they're unable to turn a double play as that one was legged out that time over at first base. So
Number 3, Aiden Harrington.
Aiden Harrington, the center fielder, or check that. Harrington is playing shortstop for the Tribe. He's in here. Swing and a miss that time. Not only does Farrell throw hard, his pitch delivery is a little bit confusing at times. The ball kind of comes behind his delivery, so it's really easy to be late on that fastball. Just like that, the 0-2 in favor of Farrell, trying to get out of this inning quickly and get his bats one more chance to give the pitching staff some cushion. 0-2 the count. Farrell winds and throws. Strikes him out. Backwards K gets the Sockeyes out of the inning. A clean 8th inning for the Sockeyes. The bats will be back up with what will likely be their last chance to add some run insurance. Be right back here shortly with more action from Wolf Field in Caldwell, Idaho. Back now in the box for the Sockeyes, leading off in the bottom of the eighth, number 20, Ryder Cutlip.
University left fielder, number 20, Ryder Cutlip.
Good to see you guys.
So
You guys,
hi.
I will. You guys do everything?
Cutlip in the box. Waits that first pitch, and the off speed is going to miss high and outside.
I have to find some of that time because I'm supposed to be at work at 7. But
So 1-0 the count now to Cutlip.
Yeah. So I think there will be.
Kicks and throws.
Good to see you guys.
In there for strike one.
Bridget, please. I will.
So 1-1 the count now to number 20. Cutlip is 1 for 3 on the day. 2 RBIs off of that double he hit in the first inning. Flares that one over to left field, but giving chase and securing that catch is Brecky. So first out that time is a pretty quick one as Cutlip is retired.
Now batting, attending Cochise College. The catcher, number 19, Hadley Smith.
Stepping back in the box, the catcher, Hadley Smith, taking his last hacks of the game. He's 1 for 4. Had a base knock into left center field. That one struck well and gets underneath the glove of the third baseman. Hadley Smith keeping that bat hot.
Double-digit hits. I like that.
Reaching first. First pitch swinging. Drives that one over to the third baseline.
Now batting, attending Utah Tech University.
So stepping into the plate
First baseman, number 23,
now
Grady
with one guy on first base is number 23, Grady Daniels. Daniels is also 1 for 4. That one left outside for ball 1.
Did they change the pictures?
No.
Still night guard? Okay. Just fine.
The 1-0 count on its way to Daniels. That pitch off speed sits right where he wants it to for strike 1. The 1-1 count now with one guy down and a runner on first to Grady Daniels. Daniels batting .279 on the season. He's had a pretty consistent bat. Half of his hits on the season are doubles. He gets walked a lot and he gets a lot of extra base hits. Another guy who can drive the ball gap to gap, able to get it to right field on the pull, but he actually favors hitting that ball to opposite field. That pitch pretty far inside, but they call it a strike. So here we go, the 1-2 now. Nygaard still on the mound for the Tribe. Delivers that one in the dirt. Catcher keeps it in front of him. Even that count up 2-2 now.
You took advantage of the deal, didn't you?
The 2-2 delivery on its way to number 23, Nygaard. Kicks and throws. That one swung on and fouled. So Daniels keeping himself alive here. Gonna try that 2-2 one more time, just for good measure.
I can't remember if that was that night or not. You could be right.
It was that night, yeah. That night, yeah. Because I haven't heard that horn since. He was gone and hanging out the window.
Nygaard sets himself up, comes to an agreement with the catcher, throws that one, and Daniels, late on the fastball, fouls it off towards his home dugout. So still not a gust of wind here in Caldwell. The weather being very calm and rewarding, 80 degrees. That one popped up, but it's not going to go foul. Squeeze caught on by the third baseman. So 2 outs now. The Sockeyes with one more out to play with offensively Still would not hurt to add a run to that 2-run lead that they have right now. Trying to do something here is number 33, Grant Carey. Carey having himself a really good night. He's 2 for 4. He's got a double and then a single that he extended to get the first base, or to get the second base with some heads-up base running. So the fresh count on its way to Carey. That one inside. Easy take that time. Nygaard sets himself up on the mound. That pitch, nice off speed, sits right on the top corner of that strike zone for strike 1. 1-1 is now the count. 2 outs here for the Sockeyes in the bottom of the 8th inning. Seeing if they have any juice left offensively. This pitch on its way and taken for strike 2. Carey thought about letting that bat go, but he kept it on his shoulder and watches as strike 2 goes by. Carry on. That one in the dirt, so Grant Carey does a good job of leaving that junk in the dirt. 2-2 will be the count when he steps back in the box. Smith still over there at first base, looking for a reason to run. The pitch from Nygaard on its way, swung on, driven straight up to center, but he trips and it drops. So that'll go down as a base hit for Carey. And Smith gets all the way over to third base. So after that piece of hitting from Carey that drops right in front of the center fielder, stepping in the box now with a guys on the corners. Number 9, the pinch hitter, Hunter Christensen. Christensen coming in place of number 25, Kyler Saunders.
He's put one over the fence away, and he's put one over the fence and out.
That one swung on and fouled straight back.
I guess I didn't specify a fence, did I?
Christensen has a bomb under his belt. He hit one in the Badlands. Seeing if he could do something here. 0-1 is the count. We got 2 guys on for him. That pitch over the top of his head for ball 1. Even the count up 1-1. Christensen plays the outfield positions for the Sockeyes, but occasionally comes into DH. That one firm but high and away for ball 2. 2-1 the count here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sockeyes runners on the corners with a 2-run lead. One runner 90 feet away from extending that lead. Nygaard's going to step off. He wants a different pitch. The 2-1 offering on its way. Looping off speed, gets away from him. And Smith tries to get there, and he's out. So somehow that one works out for the Tribe. A wild pitch gets away from him, but the catcher's able to scoop it up and throw it to Nygaard covering home. So an unfortunate third out that time will take the Sockeyes to the top of the 9th inning, where they've got a chance to secure the W. We'll be back here shortly at Wolf Field. So here we go.
Leading off the top of the ninth inning.
Leading off the top of the ninth inning for the Tribe, the DH, Blaschke. Farrell still on the mound for the Sockeyes after that nice top of the eighth. Swing and a miss that time. Next pitch from Farrell outside, checks his swing, ball one. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from the 6'7" Farrell. Swung and missed. 1-2 the count now. Farrell looking for yet another strikeout on this Sockeyes season for him. Winds, kicks, throws, and there it is. Whiffs on that one. 4-pitch strikeout from Travis Farrell to get that first guy down. So the Sockeyes are 2 outs away from the win. Still holding on to this 5-7 lead. They took the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning, and they have not given it back up since. That pitch outside that time, still relying on the fastball. That's Farrell's out pitch. And he goes back to it that time, just misses the zone. Would love to know what he's throwing up on the mound. That pitch is in there for a strike, so avoids the 3-0 count. 2-1. That pitch fouled straight back. So 2-2.
They got a guy on second. I was sweating. You don't ever say come in and close it out. You can say that when you broadcast.
That pitch from Farrell inside nearly hits the batter, but able to move out of the way. So number 55 up on the mound in here, facing a full count, trying to figure out what the out pitch is here. Fastball pops him up, but it's going to drift well foul. Souvenir ball for somebody who wants to venture out into the street. 3-2 the count. We'll do it one more time because one time wasn't enough. It's Mosey, who's 1 for 4 on the day. Here it comes from Farrell, and that one gets away from him. So ball 4, Mosey reaches first base. Farrell still feeling pretty comfortable up on that mound. Definitely looking to throw that fastball as much as he can. Thrown 22 pitches so far in his outing. That pitch high for ball 1. Sockeyes 2 outs away from their 14th win. Could roll 2 here, get the double play. That would send them home. Looks and throws. That one swung on. Big swing and an even bigger miss from Brecky. He's 0 for 4 on the day. Had his fair share of action in left field, but pretty quiet batting in today's game. So here comes the 1-1. Another swing and a miss. Farrell, 2 fastballs. Would not surprise me if he goes back to it. Brecky's going to take a second to adjust his glove. And Farrell's going to take a quick walk. So Farrell steps back on the mound, puts that right foot to the rubber. Runner on first, 1-2 count. See if he goes back to that fastball. The pitch on its way. Here it comes. Fastball grounded over to short. Scoops it over at second, And the double play gets the Sockeyes their 14th win in a row.
The 6-4-3 game ending double
6-4-3.
play. And your final score.
He, Anderson,
Sockeyes
Daniels ends the game.
Drive 5.
The Sockeyes get that third out to end the game. Victorious 5-7. The Sockeyes will be back in action on the road this time. They'll be in the Badlands on July 7th. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a great rest of your night, and as always, go Sockeyes.